If you would please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alrighty. The first item on our agenda is the minutes of the council meeting from September 7th. Does anyone have any comments or questions on those minutes? Alrighty. Our next is comments and suggestions from citizens present. If anyone would like to comment, you can come up to the microphone. And virtually, it's just city staff. We do have another opportunity at the end as well. We have no public hearings. We'll then move to committee reports. You have the Finance Committee of September 13th, the Plan Commission from September 13th, Public Safety and Welfare from August 4th, and Public Works from September 14th. Any comments or questions on any of those? All right, we have no old business, so we're going to go to communications and recommendations. Our first item is the presentation of awards to citizens from the police department, and I know we are waiting on one additional person to arrive who's just finishing up their work shift. So I would seek a motion to suspend our agenda ordering rules.
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Had it all teed up right here.
Just like that one broken.
I had to pull out the 20 basic parliamentary motions for that one, and you guys hopped right to it. All right, so we have a motion. Is it acceptable to you if the motion is to until the person arrives?
Yes.
Would that be okay? You're okay with that as a second? Awesome. All right, well,
Wrote it down.
do you want to take the roll on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Next time, Alderperson Wagner. Okay, we are going to do the COVID update and discussion, and you guys have me this evening. So we'll share our screen. Oh, I didn't even switch it. Okay. This a little smaller. Okay, so here are our local case numbers. You guys can read the numbers on the screen. The one I will draw your attention to is our active confirmed cases is at 81. The last time we were over 80 was in January of 2021. Our probables are up as well, and our active probables are at 19. So just as a reminder, Carol shared this last time, if people do the rapid test, the antigen test, until they would take a PCR test, they wouldn't be considered confirmed. So that's why that number typically grows week to week. Our open contacts is the one that I try to pay a lot of attention to because that's a lot of contacting for our city staff, and our deaths are at 46. Here are COVID-19 cases by age group. So this is for 2021. The blue is confirmed, the green is probable. You'll see some increases that I'll touch on a little bit more, I think, in the next slide that talks about the growth that we're seeing on this side of the graph. And here is that information. This is monthly cases confirmed and probable for pediatric cases. So in January, of all the positive cases we had, 15% were pediatric. That's how you can read this chart. Of the cases we had in July that were probable, 23% of them were pediatric. So you'll see our August number is at 25%, so a quarter of our cases in August that were confirmed were pediatric cases. And obviously you see where we're at for September so far. The school district is posting on the public school district is posting on Wednesdays and Fridays to their website the cases that they have and the quarantines they have by school, if anyone's interested in that level of detail. Here's the vaccine information Carol provides. You'll see the total doses administered by the health department there. What is a little bit more informative, though, is our vaccine coverage for Wisconsin in comparison to Watertown. The first dose is on the left side of the screen here. So Wisconsin first dose is this first column at 56%. Watertown first dose is at 44%. Watertown fully vaccinated is at 41.9%, and the state fully vaccinated is at 53%. Mr. Pash, don't ask me how that compares to the state or the nation. I do not know.
Do we have those numbers?
I'm sure, I could Google it for you.
making
So,
progress.
I think what Carol included here were two topics that you've probably heard about in the news. So the Pfizer COVID-19 booster shots, you guys can read this here. The nuts and bolts of this is what you're hearing about perhaps in the news is just the first step in a process. So, the primary series recipients that are 65 and older or at high risk for severe COVID-19 are the ones being, at this point, recommended by the FDA for a booster shot. And the next step for that is to go to the CDC Advisory Committee. They're planning to do that this week. And then you've probably seen this in the news as well, maybe just yesterday or the day before, that Pfizer is completing the process for vaccine eligibility for 5 to 11-year-olds. Currently, they're at 12, and they're planning to complete that process in the next couple of months. That is all the information that Carol provided me. Any questions? You really can ask them if you have them. I'll do my best to answer.
Yeah, I'm going to. My only question would be, are we at a point where we're starting to consider any additional measures that we were in back in January?
As an employer or as a
As a
community?
city government, as far as mask wearing and any of those type of,
So we've decided internally to kind of reassemble our small emergency operations committee members. So we were meeting every week for a while, for just even 15 minutes as a leadership team in our emergency operations center. Craig is our emergency government manager. He coordinates that. Just with the increase we've seen in cases, we're meeting with the small group, which is Carol, myself, and both chiefs on Friday. We're starting to pull information just to mainly monitor the increased amount of cases that, the amount of work that went on the health department really rapidly in like July and November was very, very difficult to manage and then unvary from. So I'm starting to watch those numbers more closely with Carol. I've said to some of you that have asked, there was not one point during the depth and the pits of COVID last year where this city government, myself, Carol, anyone, mandated anything. So
yeah,
we
forget, not
haven't,
mandate, but just in terms of response, yeah.
yeah, so we haven't mandated, anything, and we haven't had conversations about mandating masking or, for the city. As an employer, there was times during the last 18 months where we did require city employees if they couldn't distance to mask. So if we were to go anywhere, we would stay within those confines of operating as an employer and not as a city government. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, well, and I think, exactly, and holistically, I think, it seems like the medical community is better equipped and have better protocols and seem to be handling.
So we are having testing supply shortages in the community,
Okay,
both mainly with rapid testing and the urgent care closed to be
Yeah, I
able
did
to
see
staff the ED.
yeah,
So we're feeling the crunch
okay.
of that increase. Other questions? All right, I think both of our guests have arrived. I'm just going to take that by the amount of people that just walked in the room, unless you're here to watch a very riveting council meeting. All right, so if it's okay with all of you, feel free to come in and take a seat, and it's also totally okay just to walk out when you're done. I understand. I'm going to invite Captain Olson up, and you can invite up who you'd like to invite up.
Teresa and Juliana, if you want to bring up any family members as well, that's perfectly fine. All right. So tonight I am honored to be able to issue 2 life-saving awards to Teresa and Juliana. And I just want to take a moment to provide a little background. On April 20th, 2021, officers and fire personnel were sent to the 1100 block of North 4th Street for a report of a vehicle that traveled off the roadway. When officers arrived, Teresa and Juliana were rendering aid to the driver. Both witnessed the vehicle travel off the roadway and immediately acted. Teresa told officers she went to the driver's side door and tried opening it, but it was locked. She yelled at the driver, but he did not respond and his face was blue. The window was slightly rolled down, so Teresa reached in and unlocked the door. Teresa and Juliana pulled the driver out of the car. Both placed the driver on the ground and started CPR until EMS arrived. The subject was eventually given Narcan and became responsive. We would like to recognize Teresa and Juliana for their actions. It is commendable that they acted and provided life-saving measures until more help could arrive. I would also like to note that Teresa is an EMT and was somewhat hesitant to receive this recognition. She said she was just doing what she is supposed to. I think being a public servant is more than just a job. We are out there every day wanting to help others. For these reasons, I would like to present both Teresa and Juliana this life-saving award to thank them for being such caring citizens and playing a huge role in helping during this call. Juliana and Teresa, I present both of you this plaque, which states in recognition of your life-saving efforts on April 20th, 2021 for outstanding and exceptional life-saving emergency medical care. Your actions in this incident demonstrated commitment and caring that truly benefits the Watertown community. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Well, Ben, you should stay. Just kidding. All right. Okay, we have no new business, so let's go to the accounts payable.
Madam Chairman, move we pay all accounts payable.
Motion by Romline,
Second.
second by Wetzel. Any discussion on the accounts? I was totally kidding. Oh, okay. Anyone have questions on the accounts? All right, Elissa.
Romley.
Aye.
Cash.
Aye.
Went.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
Licht.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
All right, let's go to reports and miscellaneous business. You have the licensing board from September 15th, the Main Street program from July 20th, Police and Fire Commission from July 12th and July 16th, July 26th, the payroll summaries of August 25th to September 7th, the reserve balances of August 31st, the Tourism Commission from September 9th, Transit Commission from September 14th, the Watertown Housing Authority from July 15th, and the Youth Advisory Committee from July 27th. However, do you have the Youth Advisory Committee?
Yeah, it's in here.
Yes.
You do, okay. Any questions on any of those? All right, we have no licenses, so let's go to ordinances. The first is ordinance 21-36. This is to amend chapter 550 of our zoning code through the repeal and recreation of section 550-127 swimming pools. This is here from me and the Plan Commission on the second reading.
I'll move to approve.
Thank you. Motion by Schmidt,
Second that.
second by Wagner. Does anyone have any questions or comments on this one? All right, Elissa.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
Romline.
Aye.
Cash.
Aye.
Went.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
Licht.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
All right, let's go to resolutions. Our first is Exhibit 9270. This is a resolution authorizing the city to apply for the DNR recycling grant. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
So move.
Motion by Licht,
I'll
second by Ritten. Discussion on this one? Elissa?
Licht.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
Romline.
Aye.
Cash.
Aye.
Went.
Aye.
Britton.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
All right, next is Exhibit 9271. This is a resolution authorizing the city to apply for the DNR Urban Forestry Grant. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
I'll move to approve Exhibit 9271.
Motion by Ritten, second by Licht. Discussion on this one from anybody?
What can we use this for, if we get it?
Trees.
Trees, like plant trees and new
Yep,
trees?
and this is how we have funded trees, I'm sure even before I was here, but since I've been here as well. We apply for the grant and then we match as well.
Okay.
Am I correct on that one? I'm not, okay. Any other questions? Elissa?
Britton.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
Licht.
Aye.
Wagner.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Wetzel.
Aye.
Romline.
Aye.
Cash.
Aye.
Went.
Aye.
Next is Exhibit 9272. This is a resolution for the designation of an authorized rep to file applications for financial assistance from the State of Wisconsin Environmental Improvement Fund This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
So moved.
Motion by Cash, second by Written.
Hmm?
Questions, comments?
There's no conflict in this one?
No,
Is this
this is essentially housekeeping for me to be able to apply for that, or to sign for that, the same grant we got to fund the lead service line replacement program this
Okay.
year. Don't know if we'll get it again next year, and we don't know if they'll require it, but Pete was just playing it safe, so.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions? Are you fine with the voice? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, next is Exhibit 9273. This is a resolution to authorize the budget amendment to transfer $4,000 from our contingent account to Engineering Outside Services employed for a right-of-way survey on Concord Avenue. This is here from me and the Finance Committee.
I'll move to approve Exhibit 9273.
Motion by Written, second by Bartz. Questions or comments on this one from anyone?
What is the purpose for this?
Mr. Written?
I can handle that,
Yeah.
Bob. All right, so this is a ongoing issue out on Concord Road, the Stewart White Farm. Last year, we dealt with the fence issue. This is the last little bit to take care of this whole conflict out there. There's a dispute of the location of the road right-of-way. And to resolve that, we need to hire a surveyor to do the research, do the survey, establish where the right-of-way is, and that should be the end of it,
Thank you.
This property has been a topic for a decade.
at least.
We went all the way to the
At least.
Wisconsin Supreme Court. It was, yeah. So this will be good to get it buttoned up, finally. Any other questions? Elissa?
Written,
Aye.
Bartz,
Aye.
Lick,
Aye.
Wagner,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Wetzel,
Aye.
Momline,
Aye.
Cash,
Aye.
Went,
Aye.
All right, and then our last is Exhibit 9274. This is a resolution to enter into a lease for an airport hangar located at 1833 River Drive. This is here from me and the Plan Commission.
Madam Mayor, I move for 9274.
Thank you. Motion by Romline,
I'll second.
second by Wetzel. Questions or comments on this one? Elissa?
Momline,
Aye.
Cash.
Aye.
Went,
Aye.
Written,
Aye.
Bartz,
Aye.
Lick,
Aye.
Wagner,
Aye.
Schmidt,
Aye.
Wetzel,
Aye.
All right, thank you. Our next is comments and suggestions from citizens present. If anyone would like to comment, seeing none, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Motion by Written,
Second.
second by Went. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All righty, thank you, guys. You guys deserve a short